Welcome to Toffee TV, to the Everton News Daily, the first of the new year. It is the 2nd of January 2018. Happy New Year. Everton linked with all kinds today, which is pretty much what you'd expect. Everton need players. The media know this and are throwing lots and lots of names at us. One player we're still waiting to hear about is Cenk Tosun. Obviously, Besiktas centre forward seemed ready to sign for Everton. There's been some issues in the last 24 hours about the price, talk of it going up, the goalpost being moved by the players' club, and we're waiting to see. There's been talk coming out of Toffee today that Everton have got closer to the deal, but there's no talk yet of it being absolutely rubber stamped, and obviously so we're gonna have to wait till possibly tomorrow or later on in the week to see if it gets done, and whether it can get done. If it does get done before the derby on Friday night, fingers crossed we can get him in, ticked off the list, and then on to the next one. We've been linked with Arda Turan, another Turkish player today. Obviously he's at Barcelona. He's a box-to-box centre midfielder, very creative when he was at Atletico Madrid, but it hasn't really settled at Barcelona. Obviously he signed when they had the transfer ban and he had to wait a few months for him to play, but he's never really settled into the team, never really become a key member of the side, and it looks like he'll be available to go now, especially if Barcelona can complete the signing of Liverpool's Philippe Coutinho. He will become available. There's talk he's been getting touted round rather than Everton looking at him. So, but certainly an interesting proposition. An excellent player when he was at Atletico Madrid, as I say. So another one we've been linked with today. Another player we've been linked with today is Jean-Michel Seri from Nice. Centre midfielder, creative centre midfielder, second most assists last season in the French league. A hot prospect, a lot of teams looking at him, and it's an area that we've suffered in this season, being creative in the centre midfield. So we've been linked with him today. Again, who knows how much there's a real interest in him, but we have been linked with him. We've also been linked with Theo Walcott, who looks like he'll be leaving Arsenal, possibly on loan, could possibly go back to Southampton. The talk he could come to us, obviously would fit the bill, sort of an upgrade on Aaron Lennon, got more goals in him, got more assists in him. Never been a massive favourite of my own, not quite sure if he had the ability. But you know what, I probably would love to see him in a blue shirt, just to see what he could do. If he could give us a little bit of a spark, give us a bit of life, give us a bit of pace, exactly what we need. So that's another name to think about. Another one we've been linked with today, Andre Silva, Milan's 22-year-old striker. I think they brought him in from Porto in the summer for 38 million, and he struggled. And if he struggled, so then he can come and sign for Everton, can't he? So we've been linked with him as well today. And as I say, Everton need a centre forward. He probably needs a club, so we've been linked with him. Why not? Again, we'll have to wait and see. Another player from Italy we've been linked with today is Stefan De Vrij, I think it's De Vrij, Dutch centre back at Lazio. He's available on a free transfer in the summer. There could be a possibility to get him now with a little bit of cash. Everton have been linked with him before, and I think there might be a little bit of interest there. It might have been the Dutch connection with Koeman. I don't know whether that interest is still there, but the media are still reporting that Everton would interest him. I think he's a left-sided centre-back, so it would fit the bill. And obviously, if we could get him for a knockdown price or even for free in the summer, I think he would be a good addition to the squad. That one might have legs in it. Some of the other names are obviously just paper talk, but I think he's got legs, and we've been linked with him a few times. Other clubs have been linked with him as well, but our name has always been in there, so it'll be interesting to see whether we do go for him or whether someone else goes for him, and see what our response is. So we'll wait and see. We haven't been linked with a left back, which disappoints me. I would have thought the media would have got onto that and linked us with a left back, but they haven't. So I'll have to wait and see on that. A player who possibly could be leaving the club, but it doesn't really seem like it at the moment, is Joe Williams. He's on loan at Barnsley. He's been doing very, very well, and Barnsley have inquired about trying to get him on a permanent transfer. Everton, it looks like, are saying no. they will resist the temptation for him to go on a permanent and possibly just leave him on loan there for the rest of the season, and then maybe make their minds up for him. He has impressed there this season, and it's gone on quietly. He scored an absolutely amazing goal for Barnsley early in the season. I think he got goal of the month, and he got all the plaudits he deserved from that. So obviously they want to keep hold of him, and there's been a good relationship between Barnsley and Everton. Obviously John Stones and Mason Holgate, and obviously they probably feel like that relationship would go on with Joe Williams. Maybe we could sell him to them and put a buyback clause in or something like that. Maybe he gets 2 or 3 years playing in the Championship, and then maybe we can have a little look at it then, and rather than just sell him outright. Or maybe, who knows, he'll play the rest of the season, impress, and then come into the squad next season, the Everton squad next season. Who knows? A bit like Kieran Dowell. We'll have to wait and see. So there's plenty going on at the moment, plenty of rumours, plenty of stories. It is January, the transfer market is open, so expect a lot of this for the rest of the month. And fingers crossed we can get Cenk Tosun in, and he can be the first one done and dusted. We are just waiting to hear, and as I say, some Turkish media outlets, or certainly people on Twitter, are basically saying that they think the clubs have come to an agreement. But listen, there's nothing concrete yet, and there's nothing to say that Besiktas couldn't change the goalpost again, or move the goalpost again. So we'll have to wait and see. And if we do hear anything about it, we'll let you know on Toffee TV, and we'll be back tomorrow for the Everton News Daily. We'll see you later.